Zlatan injured, Tonali injured, Hernandez suspended. Can't wait to play Real Madrid. That's going to be, it's going to be joyous. Let's start with it. Run the intro. It's a Saturday as well. Come on. Well, you got that weekend feeling? I was going to say Friday. It's not a Friday. Hello there, folks. Welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, DoctorBenjy FM. Good to see you. I hope I find you very well. Now then, let's take a look at what we've achieved since we last met in our league form. I thought we had a plan. I thought it was going well, and then it seemed to turn quite dramatically. So after the 7-1 victory versus Empoli last time out, what a performance that was. We followed it up with a 3-2 victory over Napoli. A 3-2 victory which we had to wrestle for, it's fair to say. A very late goal from Martial, and late goals and turnarounds are something that this team actually do appear to be capable of. But they also tend to throw it away, as will be evidenced from the Atalanta and Spezia games, which we'll touch on in just a moment. Win over Lille, different team in France, but similar spelling at the very beginning. There's an L, viewers. Lazio, that other team from parts unknown. Besiktas were beaten as well. So Champions League group-wise, as it was sort of done after the first game against Lille, we're through. Job done. And now we face Madrid today to see who can finish top of the group. They beat us 2-0 in the first game, so we're going to have to better that to finish above them. It's going to be tough, but I don't know, with the home side, you never know. It could happen. 3-1 defeat to Torino. This is the most baffling game I've had for ages. As you sort of saw, we were on a really good run, and then the team just didn't put anything together. It fell apart. The performance there, it was so much worse than the stats even suggest. It was really, really bad. Torino just cut through us like a knife through butter, viewers, and the knife was extraordinarily hot. Atalanta came up next, and this was a wonderful game that I thought we were cruising, viewers. 2-0 up after 4 minutes. After the game against Torino, I thought, we've turned it round. And then slowly and surely, it felt like we were conceding goals left, right and centre. 3-2 Atalanta, and then very late on, an own goal from them, across from that man Hernandez again. Of course, a 9.6 for him, 3 assists again. And Leao, who I brought on for Martial late on, we brought on some speed at the very end of the game, and my word, did it have an impact. Goodness me, they were knackered, and we took full control. Then we played Spezia, in which again, viewers, cruising we were. They even got a man sent off, and somehow we managed to throw it away. I might regret that one come the end of the year. So today then, Real Madrid and Venezia. If we don't beat them, I mean, come on, 1 win all season against that team from parts unknown. This is easy. But Serie A is very, very close still. From us all the way up to Inter, so from 8th to 3rd, there's only 2 points in it. But it's Atalanta, who we managed to beat, fortunately, and Sassuolo. They're the teams then we've got to try and best in some fashion. It's going to be very, very difficult. We actually were the only side so far to beat Atalanta in dramatic fashion as well. So it's a game of 2 halves, hopefully, this season. The first half of the season where we're sort of developing and figuring out who we are. And the second part, hopefully, we can put a bit of a charge on and beat the likes of Sassuolo and Atalanta, 2 teams that I'd expect to finish above. I mentioned it before then. Big injuries have hit us as well. Tonali has just got injured just before we started recording. 6 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks out with that injury. Zlatan is out for 5 to 8 weeks, and at his age as well, it's not a hip injury. There's some comedy in that, I think. And then finally, Hernandez won't be able to play against Madrid at least because he's suspended. Not a red card this time, viewers, just already got 3 yellow cards in 5 games because, of course. Right, now all the admin is out of the way and done for. Let's play Real Madrid and let's get a victory. We're going to have to change things around a little bit. You can see from the side here then, look, the back 3 there is pretty routine. You can maybe play Tomori there as well if you want to. Salamiakis and Balotelli come in on the left-hand side, but it's Calabria playing in this role. I actually think when you look at it and you sort of highlight the attributes needed to play the role, pretty good in there. So this is quite a good backup option for us. We don't have Bakayoko registered because there was a conflict in how many players we could have. It was tricky. You have such a big squad in Italy. It's hard sometimes to fit them all in. Going forward then, Dybala behind Martial and Giroud comes in for Ibra. At least that's quite straightforward. Giroud's come in and actually had quite a big impact so far. You can see last 5 games to 7.46. So pretty good. Let's get into the game then. Can we best Real Madrid? It depends how weak their team is. You would think they would rest players, right? Their job's done. They probably think they can beat us with a second 11 anyway, and they've gone pretty full strength. Oh, God. No Vinicius Jr., no Rodrigo, so not necessarily the pace out wide. Asensio and Hazard still not slow, though, as, yeah, they've got a good side there. We owe Real Madrid after last time. So they beat us 2-0 last time, so this is going to be big. If we can turn it round, get the victory required at home, then top the group, that gives our run to the final and the eventual winners of the Champions League this year. It's far easier, viewers. And with the way the league's going, I'd quite like to beat Madrid. That would be fun for me. Right, 10 minutes in, it's been quiet, I would say. We have to beat them by 2 goals or more. I don't know if we can afford to concede or anything like that. I don't know if a 3-1 will do it because we'll have scored more, but then we'll have conceded one against them. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it works like on like sort of an aggregate or if it works just on general players, the ball whipped in. Now there's Hazard. Now Hazard in FM, I think, is a lot better than the Eden Hazard of current day, as that is a bizarre challenge they will absolutely take. And the ball flicks over the top, and Martial's in. It's got to be. Oh, it's a wonderful goal. The speed of movement, the speed of thought from the lads. And it's Milan 1, Real Madrid 0. That was quite wonderful. Hazard here, Salimiakis doing quite a strange tackle. Giroud, quick thought from him. Benacer, lovely flick over the top. And Martial, it's a great finish. And we lead 1-0. And maybe we can top this group. You can see it's been dominant from both sides. 15 points apiece. We've beaten the other sides easily. There's now a free kick to be played in. Ron McNobley's there. Courtois gets a hand to it. Just about claws it behind. And it's going to be a corner kick. Benacer's on this. Tonali usually on the corners, but of course not available today as the ball played in, cleared away. Martial, Dybala, he's just let himself be tackled. Oh, what? A ball forward towards Giroud. If we can find Martial, this is all from the corner. The breakdown from that. The highlight has continued. Ball played in. Giroud's there. You can't miss Olivier Giroud. I mean, heading on Football Manager this year does seem quite powerful, viewers, and we're seeing it again there. 2-0, and I don't think I guess the goal difference will be the key factor here if we're top. But Giroud, great hold-up play from him. The speed of Martial forces the Madrid defenders to go a little bit all over the place. Salimiakis plays it in, and there's Giroud, 2-0. And do we climb to the top? I think we might even have to score another one as Militao crossing, heading, seems quite powerful, and we've seen it there. Militao puts it into the back of the net, and it's 2-1. It's an action-packed game. Okay, so with that goal, we now know, but we might have to see what the goal difference is. I don't know. At half-time, I guess we keep things going the way they are. I think that the plus point for me here is that whether we top the group or not, I don't know why I've told them that I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm actually very happy with the way it's gone. Oh, God, what's happened? Oh, no. We're beating Real Madrid. Say what you like. We're beating them, and we're playing quite well. Martial's got it. A little bit of hold-up play. Kessie. Calabria has to play it forward. Back to Kessie again. Always looking for those balls out wide. Oh, into Martial. It's a fantastic pass. Oh, brilliant goalkeeping from Courtois. Came out so quickly. Narrowed the angle. We couldn't get it off. But regardless, still 2-1 up. Still looking pretty good. In fact, I'm going to praise the boys. It's been a really good performance so far. And we're going to go positive. We might as well. We need the goal at this point. All right, another little highlight. Going... I thought it was going to go our way. Kessie gives the ball away. Alaba strides out of the back of the defence. And now Vinicius Jr. has come on this right side. A new threat for us as he ghosts past our players. The shot is quite poor. Still 2-1. Changes being made by them. Dybala, by the way, having quite a poor game. And Diaz recently has been pretty good. So we're going to make that switch early on. Half an hour to go. A free kick. Maybe to Madrid. Is it going to be? Yes. It looks like Toni Kroos is on it. This is quite a dangerous angle for a man of his quality. And, off the top of the bar. I mean, we might as well go attacking. We've not got a huge amount to lose here. Of course, you don't want to lose the record. And we are still winning. But we might as well go for the goals. As Kroos with the corner on that side. Whipped in. McNobley heads it clear. Are we going to get there first? We're not. Okay, Modric now. Oh, it's a wonderful ball to Kroos. The passing, sublime. We just about get it away, but let's face it, there's not a lot going on up front, and it gives Madrid more time, more space to bring the ball forward. Camavinga finds Carvajal on that side. Of course, one day we might end up as Real Madrid manager. The cross. I mean, it felt fortunate to me. It sort of loops all the way over. We're not there to mark it properly. And it's 2-2. I think this was the right thing, though, right? If you were just going for it, we had to go for it. We've got a highlight after the goal. There's 15 minutes to go in the game. A little bit of added time, of course, as well. As Torre on this side maybe finds a ball forward towards Giroud. It's quite patient from us. I mean, a little bit too patient, you might argue. Diaz finds a ball towards Martial. Carvajal, by the way, playing on the left side, playing at left back for Madrid today. Ball played forward, not particularly good. And now then, can we build from the back. Kea finds Kessie. It's a wonderful ball to Diaz. Great first touch. Oh my goodness. Biram Diaz makes it 3-2. That was special. Okay, scoring more goals. We definitely, well, we're back in the league. We definitely need more though, I think. Thing is, with Madrid, so much quality on the pitch. It's never quite over against them, as we're quite strong in the middle. We're quite hard to break down. So crossing kind of is the way. Knocked down to Carvajal, played back across. Oh my word, Lucas Vasquez. Okay, that was well watched by the goalkeeper. Praise the boys. What a performance. Again, I should probably make changes. Martial's going to come off. Leao's going to come on, and Rebic's going to come on as well. We're going to go for pace up front in the final stages. Final 5 minutes. Maybe that attacking threat of Giroud taking that off might not be that smart. They've gone to a 4 at the back, like a 4-4-2 of Madrid. We're going to push players on. I think that's the way forward here. A couple of wingers attack late on. Why not? Doesn't really change too much. The time is ticking away. Oh, well, there's two ways to look at this. It's a fantastic win against Real Madrid. If you'd have told me we'd have beaten them in the group stage, I'd have taken it straight away. And 15 points from the group to finish second. You're a little bit unlucky, actually. Like the fact the two teams in our group were kind of the whipping boys. Lille beat Besiktas twice as well. And you can see there the goal difference. Yeah, we need to do a little bit more to leapfrog them. But a good performance, all in all. And a very good group stage. There's a chance, I think. I don't know who's gone through in the other groups. You just have to keep an eye on that to see if anything interesting's happened. So, PSG have gone through with Benfica, Barcelona and Wolfsburg have made it through. Dortmund are out, so Atalanta, the Italians, have gone through with Chelsea there. Liverpool and Leipzig, which means Inter drop out too. Wow, the Italian team's really suffering. Zebra as well, out. Salzburg beating them. City top their group. That seems, there must be a bug. City are awful on this year's FM. I don't know if you've seen my series with them. And then United and Atletico as well. Young boys top the group, by the way, with Bayern, Ajax and Sevilla. That's an amazing result from them. Ajax as well then go out. So big sides going out. But again, you look at the sides that have top groups. I mean, if we get young boys in the next round, that would be handy for our progression. Right then, Venezia, we play them next. I'm hopeful. Zanetti is their manager, so I guess we'll see how we get on. We'll have to make sure the boys are well rested here, as there's not a lot of time between the games. Now, if we beat an Empoli 7-1, this should be ugly. All right then, a little bit of rotation here and there as Hernandez comes back in, and as does Tomori. Having Tomori as that cover defender with his pace, really crucial in the league, I found. So we're going to get that back in. Went for a little bit more experience in the game against Madrid there. And, well, that seemed to pay off. The rest of the lineup then is almost the same. Bakayoko comes into the centre. Calabria drops out. But actually did a really good job in the last game. So, do you know what, mate? On the bench. So at least we know now that's an option for the future. Exciting. Probably a player I would have looked to sell. But, I don't know. Unless you're bringing in players in that role, having someone that's already there that can do the job pretty well, handy. Okay then, away from home after a tough trip. And you look at their recent form. We should be winning this, really. I'm sure people are going to mention this, so I'll mention it quickly. Face packs, badge packs, I will put them in eventually. I'm waiting to find some really good ones. Feel free to recommend some in the comments. Or tweet me them if you want. As an early corner, 15 minutes in, Tomori gets up. Well, that's not why he's in the team, but nearly an early lead. Tomori across to Benessa as it goes through to Dybala. Now, Dybala, as he missed his last shot, hasn't been that amazing. Like, he's been okay, but in terms of goal scoring, I was probably expecting a little bit more, even if he is in a deeper role. Just when you play a deep line forward in sort of the mould of Ibra or Giroud, when they're not as quick, you kind of expect a little bit more from Dybala. Maybe this will be the game. You know what? Let's not write him off quite yet. There's still plenty of time to go. And I'm sure he'd probably prefer to play a little further ahead anyway, but he's just, again, technically so good. You want to try and use that to the best of its abilities. As Bakayoko gets it in the centre, and you can just sort of see as we move forward with the ball how we match up here against sides and where the spaces operate for us. And basically, teams don't necessarily know what to do with it. Hernandez ball in. There's Martial. What a cross from Theo Hernandez, by the way. I know we've had a run-in with him early in the season and he got himself sent off 15 times, but wow. Like, his delivery, his ability to get into those spaces is so good. Basically a solo run down the left-hand side. And you can see, by the way, we're playing an early Saturday kickoff. I don't know if you quite saw that on the league table. We'll bring it up so you can see it on that side as we just make it a bit smaller so you can see it. We move up to third with a win here. So it puts the pressure on all those sides below us to win their games, to hopefully, for them at least, stay in the title hunt, which is what I'm calling it. Haps is on this side, by the way. I shouldn't maybe speak too soon, as it's a brilliant save, I think. Yeah, it is. Goodness gracious me. What an effort. Blimey, terrifying. Tio into Dybala, back to Tio, into Bakayoko. Oh, the football here. Hernandez racing forward. The shot, when he went for it, it didn't quite come off though. And again, though, on that left-hand side, he's so dangerous. Look at him, they can't even get near him. The cross for him that time, not as good, but he's going to just go for it again. You love to see it. To the byline, ball in, booted away. But again, it's just the quality and the consistency that you can get on these crosses. It forces defenders to defend, and I love that from fullbacks. Salamiek's on this side, by the way. Not too bad himself. Ball played in. There's Giroud. There's the header down. And Cross City. And you've got to say, like, we don't have to play this way. We could be playing a narrow diamond, but we talked about it in an earlier episode. This is the strategy. Get those fullbacks pushed on, make them the key points of attack. It's almost like, to give my own team some credit, it's Liverpool-esque, right? The way that you have Trent and Robertson bombing on in sort of recent seasons, it's very akin to that. And they are crucial. Having players like Giroud in the middle as well, that helps a lot. Martial, ball played forward again from the wing-back position. If you can get the ball across, there's Dybala. Oh, again, maybe he's just a bit unlucky, viewers. I don't know. Like, just to give you an idea, just so you don't think I'm slagging him off unnecessarily. 6.96 this season, 1 goal, 6 assists. For the money we've spent, you kind of want more. Don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic link man to everyone around him. And again, just in keeping the ball, I suspect he's very often the pass before the goal, playing it out wide at times, linking with that front two. But I don't know, I guess a goal return, you'd like to see maybe 5 or 6 goals rather than just the one. Dybala running forward, running through. Big chance for him. Dybala, there we go. That's what you want to see. I don't care if they're bottom of the league. You've still got to finish him. The away fans go wild. 3-0, 50 minutes gone. Cruise control now, and a lovely run from Dybala. That's what you want to see as well. The way in which it comes about, Martial slides it forward again. He's always going to have the pace over someone like Giroud. The option to go alone, does so on that left foot. Great finish. It's always fun coming up with a tactic and then watching it work. Something very enjoyable about that. And we didn't start with this. I think that's what makes this sort of thing so rewarding. And this is why I love these long-term saves where you can get a little bit deep with it, know what the plan's going to be. And of course, whether we use this system with different sides, we'll always have, remember the Milan system. Can we deploy that with one of the future teams we have to manage in the other 4 divisions? I find that the element of this so fun. I'm not going to lie, I love Glory Hunter. I absolutely love the dynamics it brings and the way that you have to approach things and the transfers you have to make and every little bit of it. So if you're struggling for a save this year, I can't recommend this enough, really, as there's Dybala for another. Well, we slagged off his goal contributions and now look who's turned up. Giroud, back to Hernandez. Okay, it's like, there's so much control here. I know we're playing a side that are not necessarily at the races, but even so, we're so difficult to control. There's Dybala for his hat-trick. It's like I forced it, viewers. It's like I made this happen. You love to see it. 5-0, 20 minutes to go. Great for the goal difference. Who said Serie A was boring, eh? Who said? Every time we get the ball, Tomori's first to this one, it feels like it's going to end in a goal. Every single time. I'm watching the movement of our front three, especially when we get the ball sort of in these sorts of positions. You can see Dybala immediately moves into space. Then Giroud becomes available. Martial constantly looking for the ball. You've always got the options out wide every single time as well. I'm in love with my Milan team. There's Dybala for 4. I said I wanted 4 or 5. They're going to check this to see if it's allowed. I'm not sure who's offside in this scenario. The wing back? They're going to check it, but I think it's going to be okay. And if it is okay, it's going to be 6. We're going to get to watch it again as the ball is played forwards. I mean, maybe someone's in the way as the shot goes in. Is that the conclusion? Are they saying Martial is interfering? That's the only thing that would rule it out here. They've said it's fine. So Dybala, 4 goals, and he's got I wanted 5 or 6. I don't necessarily want them all in one game. Venezia have scored. Pardon? Have they scored? They're checking to see if he's straight offside. I guess we'll see the replay regardless as to whether it was off or not. He looked on to me, yeah. It's a goal awarded. So it froze me for a minute. We'll watch it again so you can see it yourselves. As the ball's not back, it's just a looping cross. Oh my word, to the back post. I say looping, it was quite driven right into the top corner. Keeper can't get anywhere near it, and they get their consolation goal. But a 7-goal thriller here. And again, more goals galore. 90 seconds to go. Will there be another consolation for them? Right, I think crossing's overpowered. There, I've said it. Someone email the devs. Crossing is crazy. There are so many. I want to take credit for it and having a system that's designed for it, but it's so strong. Is that going to count? They're going to check it. We've scored a 7th. I sort of froze again. Dybala's cross. There was no time left. Surely not. They're checking it for clarification. Is this onside? Goal awarded. 7-2. There's not more time for another one. Corner played in. Is this? Has the ref got a watch? 7-3. It's a 10-goal thriller. Today's episode is going to be later than 5 o'clock. I said, oh, it's all right. Well, we'll have a 5 o'clock upload. It turns out, because of how long this one game has gone, we'll have to push it back by 15 minutes. But there we are, 7 goals away from home. And to concede 3 is a little bit annoying, but it takes us to 3rd in the league table, 5 points off the top. Again, all the sides around us have games in hand, but regardless, it's still good to be there as we go towards December. And then, of course, next episode will be a little bit of a January to remember, hopefully. We've got some big games in there against Roma, Inter, Zebra in there as well. So it's going to be a battle. And, of course, there is a transfer window. We don't have a huge amount of money to spend. We're way over the wage budget, but never say never. We love with care. From me, DoctorBenjy. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like on it. Make sure you subscribed, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more. Sunday, yeah, even tomorrow. Goodbye.